Hello, it's me. It's Yvonne Purvis. Today, we're going to talk about the masculine and the feminine energy and how they work together and also they work together, but they also can work singular in the right way. So, hi, guys. I'm Yvonne Purvis. I'm a transformational coach. I help women rewrite their stories and desires and take bold actions towards them. So, what is the bold move you're going to make today? Because let's get into the masculine and the feminine side and how you can transform your life by using both of these tools without being burnt out, without the hustle, without the anxiety, and to have more flow in life. Okay. Let's be honest, right? Like I'm in my 50s and I've done the burnout. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing the hustle. And I'm always checking in with myself when I start to feel it. All right. So you are ready. Get your note paper out because we're going to get right into this today. Okay. So feminine energy. What does that mean to you? Do you understand feminine energy? Because the feminine energy is, let's just talk about as a female. Okay. As a female, our job, old school, was to look after and nurture, right? The kids, the family. They didn't work back in those days. So they were very much, that's all they had was really more feminine. But there's attributes to that old school thoughts of a female. But it's really the female feminine energy is like the inner child in us, it's the feminine, it's the little girl, right? It's the meditation, it's the quietness and the stillness and intuition. Because when we quiet ourselves and quiet down, our breathing changes, our energy shifts, and it's calm. I just talking about it, I calm myself down. Where the masculine energy is the push, right? It's the drive, it's the move. So think about it when you're tired, okay? You might have had a day at work or it's after lunchtime and you're tired, but you find the energy, right? That's the masculine. It's like you just keep pushing and willpower and you can do it. Having a baby, right? You're tired, but that mom finds the drive, right? You're caring for your child, and yet you find extra energy that you're pouring into that child. I always look at it from business, it's like I can work so many hours when my morning is where I'm most creative. It's where I get all my work done. And by the afternoon, if there are things that are still on my, what I would love to achieve, is where I would start them. But if I start feeling, hear this, ladies, when I start feeling like I'm pushing and it's still desired, that's okay. But if it's a push to finish, that's the listen to. That's your masculine energy willpowering you. And that is the burnout feeling. And your best, like I know it's not always possible to not get things done. So what I recommend is take a break. I want you to literally go do something for fun. Go take yourself outside for a walk. Go for an hour. Do something else that gives you joy. You will feel more inspired when you take those breaks. Maybe you might not get back to it until evening if you're working from home, right? You might just say, oh, that's enough for me today. I'm going to let it go and go do something else. You will come back because when we're in flow and inspired action, we get things done real fast. I've built out sales pages like super fast when in the morning, when I'm just in flow and the words just fly out. I just know what I'm going to say. It just comes out, everything in flow, in flow. And I go, holy, wow, that was fast. I enjoyed that. The burnout is the masculine. It's when you're done. It's when you're trying to do more and yet you will feel exhausted from it. And if you keep using it, you're using your adrenal fatigue, and that is the burnout. That is where the exhaustion comes from. So I am very, very in tuned. And because I'm a single woman, I also know that the masculine energy, because I'm on my own. So of course I have more masculinity sometimes in my life. I don't have the husband to do some things. Let's face it, the guys do certain jobs in a relationship, or even just sometimes you're doing something and he can go pick up the groceries, or he can take the dog for the walk, or take the garbage bins out. There's so many things that all my friends are married, so they can never relate to how I live my single life, right? So I am very open to knowing when I need to be focused on me now, not before. This is all from my learning. And, this week was big for me. I had some big things going on, even my photo shoot. Can't wait for those, because that energy is so high, right? And I have a lot of energy. You probably feel that from me. I'm definitely a high energy woman. That's why I need to have sleep to fill my cup. So your feminine and masculine, how they work together is by understanding these two roles. So if you've never thought about it, I want you to just like in your day, think about your energy. Think about like when you first wake up and you feel really good, right? And you're ready to go to work. There's a flow. There's like, oh, so easy. You go to work, you go in, you see your team, or you go to the office, or if you're working from home, you're ready to get in, you get into your office or wherever you work from, and you feel energized, and whatever you starts feeling really easy and in flow. That's so fun, right? And there will be a time in your day where that is not the case. You feel a different energy, and just ask yourself, oh, so am I in flow, or is this feeling like, am I tired, and keep pushing? It's always a question to ask yourself. Am I still pushing? Am I pushing again? And when you start connecting with that, it'll change so much for you. It'll really shift your energy where you have more constant flow in your life. And you won't be so worried, like sometimes people, if you work Monday to Friday, but when you're in flow and you're having that more break in your day, and maybe you do need to do some work on the weekends, you won't be so resentful of yourself that you're working, because you're doing it because you love it, but you've had more time to do things that you love. Does that make sense? Our life is meant to be loved. We're supposed to be desiring everything we do. And I know sometimes like the tax stuff and, those are other things that we have to do. And sometimes it's not your genius zone, let's call it. I always know what my genius zone, but sometimes we got the things we got to do, right? Like I've been doing it. But when you're really understanding who you are as a female and a woman, you will start to work smarter. And this is where we start designing our life the way we want it, to have more freedom. So I hope these tools have helped you today. Pop down a comment. Oh, hit the subscribe button, please. And pop a comment in the chat, so I know that you've been here and watching my videos. Have a magical day. Sending you lots of love and gratitude. Yvonne.